And now, here's your host of Shaping Success, Wes Tankersley.
Hello, welcome to Shaping Success. I'm your host, Wes Tankersley. Today, we have a guest from Iceland, Einar Haraldsson, who is an actor, former police officer. Sir Einar, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
It's exciting to have you here. You're quite a ways away from us in Iceland. And we were talking a little bit about the weather over there, and we had to I had to do some converting because I don't know Celsius to Fahrenheit because we're still like the only country I think that uses Fahrenheit. But seems like we're in about the same. We got the same weather going on. So
yeah.
So you have kind of a two-part story, and I want to talk a little bit about both of them because it's pretty exciting to know that, you know, when you finished your first career, you moved on to your second one. And they kind of lead into each other. So, Can you tell us a little bit about the younger days? What you did how does it work over there? Do you go to college to be a police officer? What do you have to do?
Yeah, we have a police academy here, and when I was 19, I sent an application, but they only take 20 years old. But I was 19, and I got inside. So I was lucky, and I will not regret. It's fantastic to have been in a police force. And I was in the police force from 74 to 93. And at that time, I was also a Secretary General for International Police Association, Icelandic Section, which is friendship between police officers around the world.
Well, that sounds like that's a pretty successful type of, situation that you were in. Tell us a little bit about that. What does that mean to be what'd you say? Say it again. International
Police Association. It's a friendship between the police officers, and I was connected with police officers around the world.
Okay,
and I traveled also. At least to 30, 40 countries to see how the police work. I was invited, 81, I was invited to LAPD for 6 weeks, see how they work. It was fantastic.
And is that where...
There came my idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I was going to ask next. Is that where you got the acting bug, kind of? You're deciding that,
exactly.
Hey, I'm getting towards the end, and I'm gonna maybe get into this and do that?
Yeah, because some of my colleagues in LA, they were bodyguards for celebrities, and they took me up to the Hollywood Hills, and I met some of them, the celebrities, and they told me this will be a good idea when I retired.
And so I'm guessing, I kind of feel like you're a bigger guy. How tall are you?
I'm 188. Centimeters.
Here we go with that conversion again.
I'm 6 feet 2.
6 feet tall. Okay. 6'2". Okay. So I'm 6'3", so that kind of gives me an idea. But I'm guessing when they looked at you, they thought, man, you should be my bodyguard then, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the difference between the police officers in Iceland versus the police officers, what you learned in, say, the United States and maybe another country.
Yeah. For example, in LA, in Iceland, we don't carry a gun. We have a SWAT team, but not any police officer. We don't carry a gun. When I came to LA, 81, and I was only 20 something. And the first thing they took me to some areas on night shift, and I was with them everywhere in helicopter. And first thing they taught me was, this is a shotgun. This is your area. You have to take care of that. I said, okay.
Did they take you out to the range and help you shoot it a little bit? Because it sounds like you probably didn't get a whole lot of that training in the police academy in Iceland.
We do learn how to shoot.
Okay,
but we don't carry. So I knew how to handle the gun.
So would you say that the crime rate in Iceland, how does that differentiate from probably, say, the United States, where every single law enforcement officer probably has a gun on them?
Oh, my God. We have maybe one murder in 1 year.
Oh, wow. Lot less people, right?
Yeah, we are 360,000.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers on LA, but I'm sure it pretty much dwarfs that. So you were over in the U.S. You thought about acting after. So how old were you when you retired from the police force?
I was. Let me see. I retired in 93. I'm born
93.
in
Okay.
55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Yeah, nearly 40 years, 37.
Okay. And then did you just transition right into acting? Have you been doing it for quite a while now? Or what'd you do in between there?
I worked in the U.S. Embassy here in a security division for 10 years after I quit police. And then I went to the academy here for acting.
Uh-huh.
It was 2005. I've been here I've been in this since 2005.
So you started out, you've done some films in Iceland, correct? And a couple in the U.S.?
Two TV series here in Iceland and 2 movies in U.S.
Which do you prefer, the U.S. acting or Iceland acting?
It's very similar, but it's more in the U.S. It's more, what do you call it?
Opportunity?
Opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of convinced you that, when you got done, because it sounded like you retired from the force, you went into security, and then when you got done with that, were you just kind of like, I need something to do, so I'm going to go do this now. I'm going to chase this dream. It's like a second chance, I guess, is the way that I would look at it.
Because I said to myself, I asked first people, am I too old to start in this? And they said, no, you are not too old. And I asked my wife, shall I start it? Yes. Yeah, why not? Why not? And you have nothing else to do. So, okay.
Is the retirement age in Iceland a little bit lower than it is over here? Because I know it's like 65 here in the States. Do you retire younger there?
No, it's actually 67.
Oh, even older.
Yeah.
So when you got your first role, what was your first role that you had?
What do you think?
I'm guessing a police officer, but I won't.
I've done 7 TV series here, and in all series I'm a detective, policeman.
You know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully. So did you enjoy? So your first one, after you did the first one, I'm sure you were a little nervous at first. And where did you go from there? Was it like, I got to find the next one right away, or did you take a break? What did you think?
Yeah. First, when I started, I said to myself, how do I learn to say all these words without having any paper? Because I read the script, then I have to deliver it, and then I have to remember. But when I was in the academy, they taught me how to do it easiest way.
Uh-huh.
So, and front of the camera, I love to be in front of the camera now.
Yeah. So were you were you nervous at first though, or was it just like, hey, I got this?
No. Yeah, no, I was not nervous, and they love to have me because they say that I have my like a aurora around me. I'm a happy man.
Your demeanor.
I'm always smiling. I'm smiling, and I give them also. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Your demeanor is very helpful for them, I'm assuming, is what they meant. Yeah. Okay. And so you got that first role, and then you said you've been in 7 series in Iceland. What was your first role in America?
It was I have only two roles. It was 2 Western movies. They will be out in, I think, next year.
Okay. And can you tell us what those are called?
Yeah, that's a Copperhead Creek and Ride on a Wanted Trail.
Okay, so those are the ones that I found on IMDb. I wanted to make sure they were the right ones. But so where were those ones filmed at?
They were filmed up in Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona. Okay. Yeah. Had you been there before?
No.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
We don't have cactus here, but we get some of the same heat sometimes.
Yeah.
So what is your hope? So obviously you've played police officer a lot. Sounds like you're playing a lawman in Westerns. What would be your dream role? What would be the next one that you would want that if you could pick a role right now, what would that be?
I think I would be, I would like to be in an action movie.
Uh-huh. What type of action?
Like,
like, are we talking Die Hard, or are we talking? I feel like you're going to be a cop again, though. What, you're going to be a villain this time? What are they going to do with you?
Yeah, I'm going to be a cop. Yeah,
you'll be a cop. Yeah, so you enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
So what do you have coming up on the horizon besides those 2 in you said you're trying to get stateside again over here do you have some roles that you're going to have to work on over here, or are you just coming over here to look for work?
No, I will, before I come, I already have the job.
Okay. So you have some already lined up.
Yeah, my PR, Stephen Joyner, he is the one who was working on it. And he said to me that I have already booked you on 2 movies before end of the year.
Awesome.
So,
and how is filming over here? Are you prepared for what's going on right now? Because I know that we talked a little bit earlier that, Iceland is pretty much the majority of the people are already vaccinated. Over here, we're having a little bit of issue because there's issues. Are they telling you how to prepare for coming over here? Is there anything different that you have to make sure that you do when you get over here as far as travel or anything like that?
It's the same as here. Of course, you have to be aware and have put your all on your finger and just be aware. Yeah. No kissing and hugging.
Is that somewhat how it's been over there as far as COVID has gone in Iceland versus the United States? Have they been, do they social distance? Do you have to wear masks everywhere you go? Do you have to
no more.
No more. So there's no mask mandates or anything?
No.
And so everything is pretty much back to business as normal?
Yeah, it is. That's why we have a lot of American tourists here.
Yeah, because it's the one place they can come.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there requirements when they get there? Do they have to show like a vaccination card or anything like that?
Yeah.
So they do have to prove that they're vaccinated in order to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will get what do you call it? Testing in the nose and
they test them even when they get there.
Yeah.
So do they have to quarantine, or is it a rapid test and they just know right away?
Rapid test, what you know right away.
Okay. It's interesting to know because there's so many different things going on. Like here, that happens. Hawaii is part of the United States, but you have to do that when you go to Hawaii. You either have to show them your vaccination card, or you have to be tested when you get there and quarantine for 10 days, which for me, like I could only probably go there for 7 days. So I'm not going to quarantine for 10 days. I'm going to stay in a hotel.
That's good.
Yeah. It's really made my vacation worth it. So how many more films do you feel like you're going to do? Are you going to just keep going, or do you plan on retiring from acting at any point, or what do you think that holds for you?
I say I will not retire until I reach Dwayne Johnson's salary. I said, Dwayne Johnson, I'm coming.
You heard it, Dwayne Johnson. He's coming after you. I'll try and make sure that we get this out to him so he understands that you're coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Do you think you could take him?
I'm not sure.
He's kind of a big guy.
He looked like a big guy, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite stories from when you were a police officer that you could tell us? Was there, because it sounds like there's not a whole lot of crime there. Do you have any good stories?
Yeah, I remember once I was driving in the police car with my colleague, and then we got a call just to go out and look for the boat outside the harbor. And I went there and saw a boat out there, but it was upside down, a big boat.
Oh, geez.
And I called for help. I called for to rescue, and they came with a small boat. Only me and my partner could be on it. And we went out there, and there was another ship came there and took 7 people on board, which was in the sea. But when we went up to the up on the boat, the sinking boat, we hear knocking downstairs, like people are under. They couldn't come out, and we were there at least 1 or 2 hours. It was in the winter time. It was in December, and very, very cold, and we could not save them, and we just heard them when they stopped. After a few hours, the real rescue came, and they took 5 people who were dead down under.
Oh, geez. So the boat was upside down, and they were trapped underneath it.
Yeah.
Was it like a metal boat? You couldn't cut through it or break it? Oh, geez.
Metal boat, yeah.
Oh, that's
it was terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun.
No, because they were alive when we came there.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough one when you know that you're there, but there's nothing you can physically do because you can't get through the. So the show is called Shaping Success. Would you say that you had a successful career and you're starting a second one?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can you tell me? And I ask this of every guest that I've ever had, is how do you define success yourself? Because I feel like it's different for every single person. I think that, we talked about McDonald's a little bit over here, and that's kind of one of those lower level jobs in the States. But if you're happy there and you're making a wage and it makes you happy, I feel like that's success for anyone, no matter what you're doing. How would you define success?
Success if you love your job. Like you said, if your boss likes you and the coworker likes you, and you are good in the job, and and you're doing your best, that's a success for everyone. Even though, like you said, in McDonald's or whatever you are doing.
Yeah, I think that's a great way of looking at it. No matter what you're doing, you're happy and you're doing the best that you can, no matter what.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, it's been great having you on here, and I appreciate you coming all the way from Iceland to visit with me. Can you tell us where we can find you if we want to watch you or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a website, www.einarharaldsson.com, and then I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, and we have your Instagram rolling across the bottom there. So if you're watching and you want to follow Einar, go for it. He would love to have you, love to talk to you. He seems like a very great guy. Him and I have had some pretty good conversation before the show even. So it was good talking to you. And I just want to wish you nothing but success and thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, everyone. Until next time, I challenge you to find the shape of your success.